Okay, the first thing you should do is you should come up here and go File, make a copy of this, and you will save this um, in your Google Documents somewhere, and then you'll be able to edit it. Okay. And after you do that, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making a motion map. So notice here, looking at my position time graph, based on this line that I'm tracing out, it looks like at time 0, it starts at 0. So I'm going to make a motion map. That means I'm going to be putting dots. So here's my first dot, and I'm going to fill it with black there. My next dot at 1 second, it's at 2 meters. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. And I'm going to move this over to 2 meters. Okay, and then the next one at 2 seconds, it's also at 2 meters. So I'm going to kind of put it right above here. And then at 3 seconds, it's also at 2 meters. So I'm going to make another one. And now it looks like I'm too high, so I'm going to have to lower all these here. So I'm going to click all of them and move them on down. There we go. And now it looks like at 4 seconds, it's at 1 meter. So 4 seconds is at 1 meter. So make another one here. And this was the last one I put in, so I'm going to put it in line with this one. So at 4 seconds, it's at 1 meter. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. 1 meter. There's 1 meter. And then at 5 seconds, it's back at 0. So keep it up here. Okay, so there's my motion map. Now I need to label each one of these points. So I'm going to go up here and select this, and I'll say T, oops, no, lowercase, T equals 0 seconds. And I can put this one here. That goes with the first dot. And then I'm going to do the next one. You don't need to say T equals each time, but the next one's going to be 1 second. So remember at 1 second it was at 2 meters. So I'm going to put this right here. And then at 2 seconds, it was also at 2 meters. So copy and paste that. So that's this dot right here. And so that's 2 seconds. And then the next one is going to be at 3 seconds. It's also at 2 meters. And then at 4 seconds, it's at 1 meter. So I think I'll put it right up here. And then finally, at 5 seconds, it's back at 0. So 5 seconds. And alright, so I've got my motion map. Now if you remember with motion maps you have to draw arrows, so I'm going to choose the arrow tool, and I'm going to go from this dot to this dot. Oops, is it not going to let me do that? That's annoying. Okay, well I'll just point that way then. And notice that I have 3 dots vertically, one right above the other. That means it's not moving, it stayed at the same position, so I'm not going to draw another arrow. But between 3 and 4 seconds it does move, so I'm going to draw an arrow here. Oh, that's just really annoying. Okay, I'm going to have to move my time out of the way. Probably should have done times last. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so there's that arrow. And I think I'm just going to copy and paste to put another arrow in. And I'm just going to move it like that. Okay, so there's my motion map. So that's one of the things I need to do. And actually that's the first thing I need to do because it's going to help me figure out my velocities. Notice that from 0 to 1 second, I'm going to move this down so you can see a little bit better. From 0 to 1 second, this arrow here is my velocity, and it's moving 2 meters in 1 second. So the velocity is 2 meters per second. So I'm going to come up here and put my line in for 2 meters per second. That would be, if this is 1, then 2 would be right here, and that's going to be for 1 second. So there is my line, and I think we're going to make it a little bit darker so you can see a little bit better. Let's see, maybe there. There we go. So for 1 second, the velocity is 2 meters per second. And then for another, from 1 second to 2 seconds, it doesn't move. Okay, and then also from 2 seconds to 3 seconds, it doesn't move. So I'm going to draw a line where the velocity is 0. So I'm going to start here at 2 seconds. Or excuse me, not 2 seconds, at 1 second, because at 1 second, between 1 and 3, it's not moving. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line from 1, 2, and 3. It's not moving. Okay, and then it moves to the left. So that would be negative direction, and it's covering 1 meter. It goes from 2 meters to 1 meter, and it's doing that in 1 second. So it's going to be negative, and it does that for 2 arrows there. So that's for 2 seconds. And so my velocity time graph looks like this, kind of like a stair step. If you want to, you can go ahead and draw vertical lines and make these dashed and really make it look like a stair step. You don't have to. I need to undo that. You don't have to, but you can. So in other words, if I want to, I could draw a line that goes from here to here. I'll make that a dotted line. You don't have to. I think it's a little too thick. Here we go. And then I'll draw another one that goes from here to here. And that's what you're doing for this homework. After you get your answers done, then what you need to do is, and realize there's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get that done, then you're going to share it with me. You can either click Can View or Edit or Comment. If you do edit or comment, I can actually put comments on it, and therefore if you'd like to fix it, make it better and get all your points, you could do that. But at least view. And you're going to copy that link that's there, and then you're going to open up your email, and you're going to send me an email. It's mlenfesti. Make sure you spell it T-E-Y at sacs.k12.in.us, and you'll just simply say 1/31/2019 e-learning or physics first, and you'll just simply paste in the link and then send it to me. And that's it. Then what will happen is I will get the email. I'll open up my email and see if it comes through here in a second. Here we go. I'll be able to click on it. I'll be able to go to it, and I'll be able to look it over and maybe leave comments or something if something's wrong. And then if you want to get back on here and fix it, you can send me another email that you fixed it, and then I can regrade it. And that's it. So you have 4 problems there, and you're all done with the assignment.